Oh, man alive. I have just woke up. I woke up about 15 minutes ago. I'm incredibly hungover.
Yeah.
It was a good night last night.
It was nothing really happened, but it was just good. We just somehow, there was like a light switch moment and we just got really fucked all of a sudden. It was probably the gin and tonics.
It probably was. So I don't even know how to begin this video, to be honest. Half because I'm hungover and half because of what we got to talk about.
Reading and Leeds.
Major event.
Oh my God. Somewhere we have been for years. Somewhere that we love.
Love it. I love Reading and Leeds so much.
Absolutely.
The thing I like most about Reading and Leeds
is
that they always book some great bands.
They do.
They always book some really, really good bands.
Think of last year, they had Rage Against the Machine.
I know. And then when they pulled out, the 1975.
Wow.
You can't argue with that. It was the only place to see the 1975.
And can you remember that year when they had, like, Foos and Posty?
Yeah.
God, what a lineup that was.
I love Reading and Leeds.
Oh. There's been an announcement. Do you want to talk about it?
It's difficult in it to talk about something you love so much in a negative light, but I don't think I've ever seen a Leeds Fest announcement this vanilla.
I really didn't want to look at this when it came out and be so one-sided about it all and be so negative about it. But the issue is the more I look at it, the worse I think it gets.
It's a lineup for white men.
Well, this is right. This is what I'm trying to understand. Who is this for?
White men and mums.
Because what I kind of don't understand is Reading and Leeds have always kind of said we're a festival that goes with its times. We do what's popular, and in a sense that it's always based around that the bank holiday weekend when you get your GCSE results, your area level results. So it's kind of that age demographic. Who in that age demographic is listening to Imagine Dragons?
Well, why don't we go through the lineup?
Okay.
If you read them out, not necessarily just the headliners. Let's just read them all.
Do you want to do it day by day?
Yeah.
So, Leeds Festival. So we're talking about Leeds here, but obviously the days alternate. On the Friday at Leeds, main headliner Billie Eilish.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with that.
Clearly, the big budget artist of the weekend.
Yeah.
She's taken.
We saw her at Coachella. Did you know?
Yeah, we did. I've seen her at Leeds Fest. And
it was a great crowd.
I knew then that she'd be headlining. I thought she'd headline that next year. She's clearly the big budget artist here. And I've got no bad to say about that.
I actually quite like Billie Eilish. And
because the thing is, I don't really like Billie Eilish, but surely they'll balance that out and have something I do like. On one of the other days.
Because don't forget, Reading and Leeds have two main stages.
Oh, yeah.
So, obviously, you're going to have Billie Eilish on one stage, maybe you're going to have something a bit polar opposite for someone else on the other.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's going to be Imagine Dragons.
Now, this for me is the biggest L on the lineup.
It's the biggest middle finger in the face.
Imagine Dragons. Now, Imagine Dragons are, if you don't know, a joke in the industry. They are a meme. They're the Nickelback of their generation.
I take offense to that, though, because Nickelback shouldn't be a joke.
But Imagine Dragons are they are, and I don't mean it in a rude way, but they are a joke. Yeah. Like, they are a meme band. They're the band that, like, people think of when you think of, like, oh, yeah, I really like rock music. I love Coldplay, Nickelback, and Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is asking for Imagine Dragons?
That's what I mean. Like, who in this generation of people wanting to go to Reading and Leeds are listening to Imagine Dragons? Like,
even with a couple of good songs under their belt, like
and that's but that's it though. A couple.
Who was? Find me one person who went yes when Imagine Dragons got announced. Find me one person, and I'll shut up. If you're that one person, I'll shut up. But I don't believe anyone exists that went, oh, fucking get in, Imagine Dragons.
Here's one for you. So they're doing that same slot that Biffy did a few years ago, right? They're on the headliner of the kind of second main stage. And we thought it was quite a small crowd. What size crowd do you think they're going to have compared to that Biffy one? Because I thought that Biffy one was pretty small, to be fair, for that.
It's pseudo, like, radio rock, though, isn't it? So you're going to get... maybe I'll tell you what, here's a thought, actually, that... Because, as I say, I've just fucking woke up. We haven't really spoke about this. Maybe it's to curb the... Last year, there was a lot of beef, wasn't there, with people being yobs.
Yeah.
Maybe it's to ensure that, like, it's just...
This is not that type of festival.
It's just
kind of
single mums. Have they announced the Latitude lineup by mistake and put it on the Leeds
It would
poster?
make a hell of a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Well, yeah. Then, obviously, below Billie Eilish and Imagine Dragons, you've got...
Imagine Dragons? What are they doing?
The only good thing I can say about Imagine Dragons is In Time is a...
We had
okay
Stormzy.
song.
We had Liam Gallagher, Foo Fighters, Post Malone, the 1975, Biffy fucking Clyro.
And now Imagine Dragons.
Imagine fucking Dragons. Imagine that. God.
But surely it can't get any worse.
I mean, I have glanced at the lineup, and I don't think it does get worse than that.
Steve Lacey, don't know who that is.
Steve Lacey, really popular, really good musician, but kind of
Vanilla.
crippled by TikTok. So like, he's really popular because he's been on TikTok, but there's like a meme about him because people only know like 10 seconds of his songs because they're what's on the TikTok. Yeah. But he's a good booking, to be fair. He's very relevant.
That's fine.
Very popular. I think he's pretty good.
Okay.
That one gets a sign off.
Declan McKenna.
Yeah, another good booking, I think.
So only until recently, I thought Declan McKenna and Sam Fender was the same person.
They pretty much are.
Okay. Well, thankfully we're on different days.
He comes on my like Infinite Play Apple Music quite often, and he's pretty good. He's very popular. It makes sense to have him booked.
Okay. Becky Hill, heard a lot about her.
Yeah, really popular again.
Yeah.
We've seen her a few times. She was at Electric Picnic. She was at somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, she was. Yeah.
Transmit.
Yeah.
Cool. A good booking, I guess. Do we need to see her again? Maybe not, but I'm the guy who was buzzing with Post Malone 3 years in a row, so...
Maybe she's the next Post Malone.
Maybe.
I don't think she'll be, but... Lil TJ? Lil TJ? Yeah, Lil TJ, that's it.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Andy C, once again. I feel like he's on every single Leeds. I don't know who it is, but I feel like I see him on every Leeds Reading lineup.
It's a name I've seen for many years.
Okay, here's one for you. Don Broco.
Cool. Yeah. Good lads. Top boys.
We'll see him. We'll have a great
Good
time.
band.
Arguably, probably our favourite band on this lineup.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since they've been officially announced for Leeds Fest, I think.
I think they'll be good. And I think what you're going to take in mind here is because they've been announced on this poster, this first announcement, you'd assume they've probably got quite a good slot.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing to remember is Broco are about to do an arena tour.
Yeah?
With Papa Roach.
Papa?
Papa Roach.
Papa?
Papa Roach.
Papa?
So they're about to do an arena tour. But then they're building small writing on the Leeds Fest lineup. It's a bit...
Yeah, but again, we don't obviously know where exactly they're going to play, but you'd certainly later afternoon than the earlier afternoon, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But Don Broco's fine.
It's always good to see him at Leeds. It always brings in a good crowd. One of our favourite bands. Maybe a little oversaturated, given that they've already got 4 dates announced for next year. But I guess it's 6 months.
I mean, but I think
4 months afterwards.
I think maybe in some way that, because obviously we're not sounding that enthusiastic about it. We love Broco, and it's great.
We're not sounding enthusiastic because we're fucking hungover.
There is that, but we have seen them a hell of a lot. So it's like,
yeah, they're like Bring Me the Horizon in the sense that
exactly
they're
that.
very.
When
it's good that they're not touring now because they do oversaturate quite a bit. I feel, and they do play everywhere all the time.
When we're there, we're gonna love it, and it's gonna be sick.
Absolutely, yeah. Best band on the lineup.
Yeah. Eliza Rose. Nope.
Can't comment.
Lovejoy. Now we've heard of Lovejoy.
Yeah, that's
Chocky.
kind of my mate's band.
Chocky likes him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Chucky loves him.
I chat to one of their band members quite often.
Cool.
In passing. Mm-hmm. Exchange pleasantries. Nice, really nice guy. They're doing really well.
Cool.
They're super fucking popular.
Are they?
Yeah, like insanely popular.
Oh.
And I'm going to one of their shows actually in March.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll see him then for the first time.
It's weird.
What's weird about that?
I don't see the invite in my inbox.
Do you want to come?
We'll see.
We will see.
Mooner.
Who?
Yep, okay. Shy FX.
Yeah, Shy FX. I mean, I'm surprised that they're announced in this wave. I thought they'd be announced for maybe if they announced like some second wave with a bit more less general.
What type of stuff is it?
I think it's like electronic.
Is it? Okay.
I don't know. Do you know what? I'll get rinsed. So I'm sure it's like it's DJ.
Okay.
So I would expect that more to be announced alongside maybe some more DJs and some more EDM, shall we say, just to piss the people off.
I love EDM, so I'll probably go see them. Songer.
Bless you.
Thank you. Nah, never heard of it. The Snuts. We've seen the Snuts.
Now, the Snuts, massive, like really.
They're Scottish, aren't they?
I don't think so. I think they're Irish.
Yeah, Scottish.
Are they?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've seen them twice. Really popular, really good booking, really relevant.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm surprised that they're that low down on the poster, but again, there's so few names on the poster.
But then again, we got to remember is that is all done alphabetically, like that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So
this
like
is something else I'm not a fan of, and I know some people champion for this the alphabetical lineup. Why?
Nah, it's so.
What's the
annoying.
fucking point?
Like this is slightly different, but when Middlesbrough announced the team sheet for the day, they do it in like number order of like your number on your back, but that's like not. It's annoying because you'll see like the striker up near the top, near the goalkeeper. It's like no, you want to do it. It's like goalkeeper, defenders,
yeah,
midfielders.
in the order of the pitch.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Twitter months ago like fighting for the alphabetical lineup, and I don't get it. Like to me, if you're a bigger band and you're more popular, you deserve a better billing.
I think the only difference with this is because this is only diluted. This is only probably 10% of the acts on the line full lineup. So I think for these bands to be mentioned on this announcement is pretty good for all of them, I guess. So I'll give them that.
So is that that whole day?
So that well, it's not the whole, but that's what we've got
for the
so
Friday.
far for Friday Leeds.
So I'd go and see Lovejoy,
Yep.
Don Broco, and
Yep.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, that's probably me as well. Or did you say the Nuts?
No, I didn't say the Snuts.
The thing is, I can go say, yeah, I'll go see the Nuts, but
realistically,
until the day, like I don't know any of the songs at the end of the day, so who knows? Saturday.
Imagine fucking Dragons. Imagine Dragons.
Well, at least another headliner that is at least a lot more relevant. Sam Fender.
Okay, so
what is
Sam
your
Fender.
views on Sam Fender?
I'm not a massive Sam Fender fan.
No,
I am going to become one because it's inevitable.
he is.
The songs
everywhere.
I've heard are great, and if he's headlining Leeds, I may as well.
He's done a Nebworth show or doing a Nebworth show.
The thing is, like Festival Republic era, it's almost like to announce a headliner who's already doing like two massive shows that like it's weird to have like a big headliner that's like not exclusive. Like if you want to go and see Sam Fender in the summer, you can do that, no problem.
Yeah.
It's weird for a major festival to be like, here's a big headliner for us, and you can also see him a few other times somewhere else.
Yeah.
And also like he headlined, you got to remember, I know he's big, but he headlined fucking Truck Festival last year.
Yeah.
Like, which is a small festival.
This is what I'm really trying to like get my head around. This is I can't work out. If someone gave me a blank lineup and gave me Sam Fender as like, yeah, he's booked, you just need to put him on a time slot, I don't know where I'd put him because
he is headliner material,
big, but he's headliner material, but is he a
I'd put
Reading
him,
and Leeds headliner material?
I mean, yeah, I guess he is, but maybe not in. I'd maybe have him on like main stage B, before like a Liam Gallagher or before like a. I don't know, maybe even a Kasabian, not Kasabian anymore, but like I would have him as a headliner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
what as in?
But if I had to put him on the lineup, he would be a headliner slot.
As in full on main stage East, like the main stage.
But no, he wouldn't be that. There'd be someone else.
Well, I suppose that's a good thing about having the two main stages now is you could split. You can split them, and that's where I'd probably put him. I'd put him on that on the B main stage as a headline. I think that is a very that's a great slot. Biffy did it, so it's a good slot to have at the end of the day.
It is,
but I just don't know.
It's just a weird one. It's Sam Fender again. Like if they had exclusivity on him, then I'd understand it a bit more. But it's just weird to me that because I know there's. Like Biffy, for example, and Metallica headlining Download.
Yeah.
Like they're not allowed to announce any other like major dates until after those shows. Yep. Like the day after Download Festival, Metallica will announce tour dates for maybe 2 or 3 tour dates for UK. Coachella have that rule where like if you're headlining Coachella, you're not allowed to play like an arena in LA within like 3 or 4 months of that date. It's weird to me that Sam Fender would be booked for this when.
Yeah.
But it will probably be the biggest crowd.
Yeah.
And the most crowd pleasing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will probably be happy with that. I suppose at the end of the day, we just haven't really listened to it that much.
Yeah,
I think
that's why I'm trying to take a real objective look at like the decision behind it. I think it's if the rest of the lineup was stacked and Sam Fender was still there in that same position, I wouldn't blink an eye. I wouldn't think that's an injustice like Imagine Dragons. I think it makes sense. It's just a weird one.
Yeah,
when you can go and see him in whatever park he's playing. Finsbury Park. It's not Finsbury Park. He's playing
Nebworth.
Is it Nebworth?
Nebworth, yeah.
Fucking hell. He's doing well.
Yeah,
and good luck to him. I think he's a good lad.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. The only thing I have with him is the very few things I've seen of him live. I don't think he's got that much stage presence. I don't know.
Maybe not.
But I
don't think I've seen him.
I'm very happy to be proven wrong with it. But yeah, the few little things I've seen on the odd TikTok, it's just it's just been a bit bland. But hey, he's evidently favourable enough for them to book him in that slot. So.
And he makes the most sense for this lineup.
I agree.
He's super relevant. He's super popular. Mm-hmm. Just my previous comments still stand.
So speaking of super relevant and super popular, Foals.
Now Foals are a weird one because I thought they'd really fallen off.
Mm-hmm.
They've headlined it before, haven't they?
They have. I didn't go see him. I think I went to watch Asking Alexandria instead. In one of the tents.
I just can't get into Foals myself.
No.
But I'm sure that they toured academies recently.
Yeah, they've done a recent run of shows, I feel. I could have completely made that.
Yeah, so this month they did academies. Now, whether or not that's a Biffy Clyro doing academies, or whether it's a case of them doing them just not being as popular.
It's just an interesting one. Like, just a band I never hear anyone ever talk about.
There's a few people in our community that love them,
really?
and I do hear a bit of talk about them. I'm trying to think of someone who loves. I know people who love Foals and who Foals is the favourite band. It's just a bit of a. I might get dissed here, but I just think it's a bit soft.
Yeah.
It's like you've got like 3 really soft and cuddly headliners already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then to put Foals in there.
Because at the end of it, which one out of those headlines we've spoke about so far, who's got the big firework display at the end of the night? Who's got that big big
rock ending? Yeah.
Actually, speaking of which, I don't think there was any last year.
I don't think there was.
I don't think there was any. I don't remember seeing any fireworks last year. Certainly on the East stage.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm
wrong.
wrong.
It's been a blur.
I've got nothing to say about Foals at all.
Same.
I just don't.
I know they're popular. Again, they'd be. I wouldn't blink an eye if they were like the other main stage headliner when another better, bigger, more relevant band was on the proper stage.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a missed target.
It's what it's so what it seems to be so far is we're saying that all these, in some aspects, they're all right. You can understand maybe why they're there, but as a collective altogether so far, you're kind of missing the mark with them all.
Yeah,
it's just not.
Billy's the only one that's a real AAA.
Yeah,
like big book.
Yeah,
renowned head. And this is a festival that's had these bands before. We've said it already. They've had the Foo Fighters. They've had Metallica. They've had Eminem.
Yeah.
And then you've got, and they have had some smaller ones. Obviously,
yeah,
they've had.
Course.
You could argue Biffy's not on that scale. I'd say they're definitely not on that scale. I'd say they're more on the Fulls and and dare I say the Imagine Dragons level, but they're relevant.
Yes,
and they're I'm just caught up on Imagine Dragons, man. I can't fucking believe Imagine Dragons. Who's asking for that?
I don't know. I don't know because the thing is, someone will have had to have been sat in the office and would have been thinking, right, who is people who what act is going to get people really like excited? Because the thing is, I don't know what's been going on with Imagine Dragons, but you haven't really heard of them in a long time. So I don't know.
Are we popular in America?
Are we expecting like a new album coming out? Or?
They're really popular in the States.
Yeah,
but just as a band,
this isn't the States. This is England. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Whoa, you're getting a bit racy there, mate.
no, that's not. Shut up.
They're known as a band that people don't listen to. A band that's just on and tolerable in the background on the radio. Like, I can't believe Imagine Dragons are booked.
From Las Vegas, you know.
Are they? You know who else is from Las Vegas?
The Killers.
The Killers.
Who are our other headliner.
The Killers is a weird one for me in 2023. We went to see The Killers this year, and they were really high up on my bucket list to tick off. So
we saw them at a very unique gig. We saw them play at the O2 Academy in Sheffield, which is obviously tiny for them because straight after that they went and did stadium tours around the country. I'm by no means a big Killers fan. You know, just like everyone else, there is a good handful of songs that I remember listening to growing up, and they're all right. They're pretty good. You know, who hasn't been in a band and at least tried learning one Killers song? Do you know what I mean?
I think they're brilliant. I'm an active fan of the Killers. I think they're really good. They're a massive worldwide band. But are they right for that slot? Are they a super relevant, hip, youth capturing band for Reading and Leeds in 2023? I don't think they are. I think they're now like a mum band.
Oh, no, they're 100% a mum band. I mean, the only people I know that went to their stadium tour last year were middle-aged women.
It's just such a strange booking. That I mean, the last time they headlined it in 2008, and that made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And that was alongside Metallica and Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I know.
But now on this lineup, it just seems like a shot in the dark. Like, who can we get? Bang, there's the Killers.
Yeah.
They're available.
Sling them on. Again, it does seem like one of those where they've looked at this lineup and gone, right, we've got Billy, you know, that's kind of like the pop things. Imagine Dragons, whatever. Sam Fender, he's relevant. He's a bit indie. He's a bit indie. Falls again, indie. Right, we need a rock band, but who's available at the minute? And is that really the best? It's
a shame because, as I say, I do like the Killers, and I've got nothing bad to say about the Killers. I just don't think, in the context of this lineup, they seem like a random.
Once again, on it as a solo act, very good. And if they were plugged in between two other AAAs, no questions. No questions. But the fact is, they're diluting this whole lineup of just kind of, they're making it just very average. You know,
Yeah,
they're not.
it's another very vanilla, very tame.
It's not as if they're standing out on this
and there's
poster.
not going to be any trouble at a Killers show, and it does make me wonder if that's part of the reason why they've gone for this. Because I know there was a lot of fucking noise last year about a lot of trouble going on, and maybe they're just trying to minimize that kind of crowd coming in of like the more aggressive, younger.
Yeah, I mean, because you're looking at festivals like Parklife, which seems to be renowned for that type of trouble. And then obviously they want to be careful because we've already seen a big AAA festival, Tea in the Park, completely getting wiped out because of issues that they've had in regards to everything that happened. And obviously they don't want that to happen.
I don't think
but we have seen it happen, so they've still got to ensure that
I think
they're not going to go down that road.
Protected. I think they're because Tea in the Park was independent, was it?
Don't know.
I don't think Leeds had ever. We're just speculating. Obviously,
absolutely.
But maybe this is a step in trying to just tame it a little bit. Because it's certainly fucking tame. Killers. I mean, I love the Killers. We'll see them. Mr. Brightside will be great.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys have never seen the Killers.
No.
But after seeing them,
Razzie loves the Killers.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Killers. They were literally they were up there with Paul McCartney on my bucket list of like bands to see. Them, Radiohead and Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
But after ticking them off this year, I can safely say if I didn't see them again, I won't be upset.
Yeah.
And also tell me like a Killers song after, like, what's that album? Is it called Day and Night?
Black and white one.
No, the one with Human on.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a song like by the Killers after that album that like really goes hard and you're just wrong.
Yeah. Again,
is it called Day and Night?
I don't know. It's called
Day and Age. It's called Day and Age.
That'll be the one. Dear mate.
So that's the Killers.
I like the Killers' Direct Hits. I think that's a great album.
Probably their essential record. Who
and then the other headliner we got.
Did we talk about the bands on the Sam Fender day?
No, we didn't.
Should we go back
quickly? Yeah. So you got Loyal Kana.
Yeah, I don't care about Loyal, but really popular. Can't argue with it. Very relevant.
Your favourite band?
Yeah.
Wet Leg.
Oh,
you like him? You keep telling me you like him.
I don't like him. Chaise Long is an all right song.
Not, man. It's not. That is the worst solo I've ever heard. To even call that a solo.
It's not a solo, it's just a guitar lead.
Well, even the lead, fine, the lead, whatever it is.
I think Wet Leg, they tick a lot of boxes. Let's put it that way.
They're not ticking my boxes. I can assure you of that.
I wouldn't have them on my lineup.
But they're on this one, and high up because they've got their own logo for this lineup.
They're popular. I don't think they necessarily can justify their stratospheric rise.
No.
But who am I?
It's funny though, isn't it? Because we're saying this, and we got a bit worried a few years ago when Jerry Cinnamon was like subbing the headliner of, I think it was maybe COVID year, so we never actually saw him. And now he's just not even getting a mention. Like, you just don't hear about Jerry Cinnamon no more.
That's true.
So maybe we don't have to be that worried. I mean, worried for next year, but maybe it's just a trial and error.
Yeah, maybe.
Bicep Live?
Bicep, that's like, I always worry about the right term to use. It's electronic. It's
right.
like, I would say it's EDM.
Yeah.
Bicep are massive. Really, really popular. I don't really know where they fit into this lineup.
Oh wait, so they're called Bicep.
Yeah. And this is them doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's confusing, man. Triple Red?
Oh, you're an idiot.
No?
Trippy Red. Trippy Red is an
yeah.
American.
Well, all I'm saying is that's a bad logo.
He uses like the Def Leppard font, I think, if memory serves. I don't know. I'm not looking at the logo.
I think it is, yeah.
Trippy Red, really popular, sad rapper. Like emo rap. If you
I recognize him.
He's really popular.
Uh-huh.
Used to be kind of pretty authentic, I think, but then fell into the Machine Gun Kelly trap.
Right, okay.
Not terrible. A good booking. It makes sense. He's not super high up. I think it's a smart move having him on there. Nice to have a bit of fucking rap on there, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, mate.
If you could call that rap, not to sound like an old head, but it's it's quite singy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, in some aspects, it's quite surprising MGK is not on this lineup.
I'm so glad Machine Gun Kelly's not on this lineup.
So here's my views on it, right? I'm surprised he's not, because I think 2023 is the year of bringing back that so think about this, right? We've got Paramore coming back. We've got Blink coming back. We've got Wednesday on Netflix, right? Whole goth kind of aesthetic, going back to the whole
excellent
2000 and whatever vibes. In my head, like 2023 is going to be a real like good year for like
moshers.
Yeah, pretty much. 2002 to 2006 kind of era of that we all grew up with. I feel like that's going to kind of come back next year. So I'm just a bit surprised that none of that is on this lineup. And I mean, that's just my speculation. I could be completely wrong with that, but it's just interesting, with all these acts coming back.
I'm surprised they've not booked Blink-182.
Yeah. Mike M as well, another classic that's come back as of recent.
Yeah, Mike M may be a bit oversaturated again. I'm sick of seeing him, but but we did go and see him 4 times last year.
Yeah, you did.
I'm just surprised. Yeah, I'm also surprised that there's not like a Blink Machine Gun Kelly day. As much as I would fucking hate Machine Gun Kelly to be in that slot.
But that's kind of just what I'm a little bit surprised about. Meeks.
Is that grime? How do you spell it?
Meekz.
I'm sure that's it. Am I thinking of Nutz?
I have again.
I don't have anything to say about. I've never ever heard of Meeks.
Have you heard of Nessa Barrett?
Nope.
No, me neither. Tion Wayne. Oh,
Tion Wayne.
Tion Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah, big London drill artist, I guess you could call him.
Yeah.
Supported ndubs the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was ndubs?
Fucking excellent.
Really?
Yeah. It was awesome.
No way. Well, are you upset they're not on the lineup?
I don't know where they'd slot into the lineup, to be honest. Leeds Fest needs to do a Glastonbury style legend slot. I think that would be awesome, and because it's a great way. Again, I don't know if they got the funding for it. They probably do. They're a massive company.
Yeah, of course.
But it's a great way to get like a 4th headliner.
Yeah.
And just not have to worry about the ego of like, where are we putting them? Where are they going? Are they going to be happy playing under fucking Sam Fender? Yeah. It's like you're playing in the middle of the fucking day because you're recognised as special, like Tom Jones did at Kendall Calling a few years ago. He played before the Cortinas, and I think even before someone else, just because he was probably tired.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great.
No way.
Yeah, it was really good, mate.
It
was
good.
It was a lot of fun, that.
Who would you have if you're given the first legend slot to give out to someone at Reading and Leeds? Who are you giving it to?
Oh, it's tricky, isn't it? I had this conversation with Slam Dunk about this same thing. I don't know, because I don't know what they're going for at the minute with Reading and Leeds. ndubs is a shout because they've done an arena tour. My mind goes to like a McFly or a Busted.
Yeah.
But would they just be built?
Have we not seen McFly or Busted at Reading and Leeds?
Because I guess they're just not. We're going to get crucified in the comments here for saying that.
I don't care.
These guys, they don't listen to Fools and they're asking for Busted.
Yeah, absolutely. Good God, how good was that when you were growing up, man?
I think Busted and McFly are unfairly tarnished, and I think they're just as good as a Blink-182 or a Green Day.
100%. 100%. I'm upset we haven't seen any of them.
McFly are doing a tour soon. We should definitely go to that.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that because everyone's complaining that it's the same night as like Turnstiles or
Spirit Box. Sick of fucking hearing about it.
They're American, aren't they?
Spirit Box.
Yeah.
No idea.
I think I heard them kind of being a big thing at Download. I think.
Yeah, the moshers love them.
Okay. Yeah, let's go see McFly.
Yeah.
And once, would you believe an act that's on this lineup? You Me at 6.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. They've got.
I like Yumi at 6. I like the guys in Yumi at 6.
I saw Josh last year.
Yeah, met him a few times. I'm sure he's no memory. He's always fucking hammered. They're good guys. They're a consistent band. I'll go and see them, and I'll enjoy that.
I like Yumi at 6. We've seen them quite a few times this year, and do you know what? I think they're great. I mean, it's.
Are they doing an arena tour, or have I made that up?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. They're doing. I can see the poster. It's
because they're a band who are quite oversaturated in my eyes as well. Like Bring Me.
Yeah, they're always around
everywhere all the time. I remember going to a Weatherspoons and accidentally seeing them. But they're good, so I'm happy. I'm happy to see them any day of the week.
Yeah, so they got with the water parks, the Main, and Bears in Trees,
and that's an arena tour.
Yeah, in February.
So again, strange. We've got at least 2 bands on that lineup doing arena tours.
I mean, okay, so it's an arena tour, but the venues...
They're doing the Barrowlands instead of... Barrowlands twice, aren't they, instead of SSE High?
Barrowlands Pavilions in Plymouth, Victoria Warehouse in Manchester, which... Is that where we saw...
Yeah, it's a terrible venue.
Yeah, it is.
It's where we saw Broco.
Yeah,
2 nights in a row.
Broco Neck the
Yeah.
Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, Motorpoint
Leeds Arena
in Cardiff, and Ali Pali in London.
Okay, so it's still a big tour, that.
Yeah.
And good for them. I've no bad to say about Yumi at 6.
Nope.
Aside from, again, is it maybe a case of oversaturation? If you like, no one's buying a ticket for Yumi at 6, as in no one's buying a Leeds Fest ticket for Yumi at 6, because if you really like Yumi at 6, you got 1,000 other opportunities to see them.
One thing I will say though is if I think about really good memories at Leeds Fest, one really random one is I don't know when it was, but just there were Yumi at 6 were playing, and it must have been about 4-5 o'clock. You know, it was kind of like the nice temperature. You know, the sun was kind of just starting to whatever, and it was just nice vibes. It was really nice, and I'll always think of that as being like, I always think of Yumi at 6 at that time, like playing around that time, and it being really nice. I think if they do that next year,
I think them and Broco are probably the 2 standouts for me so far. Mm-hmm. But think about what you're saying there. This is Reading and Leeds Festival. Yeah. And I'm saying Broco and Yumi at 6, 2 bands I really like. Mm-hmm. But like, should there be a standouts on a lineup? It's just my opinion.
No.
But I think this shouldn't be. I think there should be a really nice icing on the cake, little sprinkle of sugar on top as a little bonus.
It's like when we kept getting excited about a secret set from Broco for the past however many years. Like, it's just that nice little extra just to top it all off. But if that's what we're most looking forward to, then it's getting a bit worrying. So moving on to the Sunday, we've obviously spoken about the Killers already.
Yep.
Second main stage headliner, Lewis Capaldi.
Oh.
Okay, so funny as fuck guy. I think he's.
Is he funny, or is he just Scottish?
It helps. It helps. Why do you think the best stand-up comedian is Billy Connolly?
If I was up there, saying those same exact things, I won't be funny. It's because of his accent that he's funny. And good luck to the guy. I love Scotland.
Yeah.
I've seen Lewis Capaldi twice, and he was funny.
Yeah.
For whatever reason you deem him funny, he was funny. His songs are popular. Mm-hmm. He's just so non-threatening and boring.
I think that is where he's been announced, the day he's been announced for. I think it's just perfect.
It's a Sunday, innit?
Yeah.
And we want to get out of the country as quickly as possible on that Sunday.
We do.
To go to another event. So,
I think that is a perfect booking. I think they've got, he's second main stage headliner, not a problem. Sunday at Leeds, perfect.
That's when a lot of the trouble went down on the Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you're right. Good point. I think that's a perfect. Do I like him? He's all right. He's got a few good tunes, but I mean, in my head, all his tunes are the same.
Do we need him and Sam Fender though?
The silver line is they're both on different days, I guess.
I know, but do we really need both of them taking up a headline slot? Singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Like, if you could call them that, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean, if that's still the term that's used for like a single build male artist with a guitar, do we need 2 of them? Do we really need two of them? Could one of them not be Ed Sheeran?
Oh, God.
And the answer's no, because he's too expensive.
Yeah.
But
they could only afford him for one song last year at Reading.
But, like, do we really need two white male singer-songwriter, sad guitar?
Yeah. I think...
I know I'm going to get rinsed here.
No, but I will say, I think that Sunday is going to really appeal to a lot of people. You know, they get to go watch Lewis Capaldi, you know, because he is popular, and then they're going to get to go watch The Killers.
I think he's in the right slot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely in the right slot.
Absolutely.
But, like, we've said a few times now, it's putting them all in the same pot is a weird choice.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice.
Again, if you had Lewis Capaldi, you know, there, and then had...
Storms or Eminem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or something that's, like, different.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I think this day probably makes the most sense.
Yeah,
The Killers are massive. They're not super on anyone's radar at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
And Lewis Capaldi's massive. He'll probably have his new album out by then, I'm guessing, if it's not already come out.
Yeah.
He'll tell a few jokes.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be very self-deprecating.
Yeah, I think people have a good time seeing him, to be fair. And that's probably where I'll leave it.
It's just wet, innit?
Yeah.
It's just a wet choice.
Then Gush going off all the other guys on that day. Central C, Key.
Central
Fucking no, man.
Central C, really popular.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay.
Really, really popular. How would you ever pronounce that as key?
Because it's a K.
A curly cur, you idiot.
Yeah, but it's still a K.
It's clearly C.
Nothing But Thieves.
Central C is a good booking.
Yeah.
Really relevant, really popular. Always on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
A perfect Reading and Leeds booking.
Cool. That high up? As in they've got the
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Nothing But Thieves.
Don't really have much to say about them.
We've seen it a few times. They're all right.
Do they do Amsterdam?
Amsterdam, yeah. Do a couple of other ones. They do a great cover of
Crazy by Niles Barkley.
Yeah, it's great, that.
They have a brilliant sound.
Yeah.
Really good sound. I'd probably really like them if I gave them the time.
Yeah, go see him. Slow Tie, Chucky Love Slow Tie. We saw him. Did we see him in
We saw him at Rock for People. I'm surprised he's not in the Central C billing. And Central C's in a lower slot.
No. So it's like The Killers, Central C, Nothing But Thieves, and then it's like other stage, Lewis Capaldi, Slow Tie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he kind of is.
Yeah, Slow Tie. Good move. Don't really have a lot to say about Slow Tie. He's apparently a nice guy as well.
Yeah. Chucky will be really happy with that.
Yep.
Chase Atlantic.
I thought you were going to say Chase and Status then. No, Chase Atlantic. Are they an Australian band?
If we say yes, then it's true.
Yep, they are.
Cool.
I don't know much about them aside from that.
Cool. Baby Queen.
Baby Queen.
I feel like that's
supported.
I feel like that's like a
supported Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay. So you've seen her?
Nope.
Okay.
Didn't go. Too busy arguing.
Great.
Oh yeah. What a day. But, I don't have any value to add to this conversation.
Okay.
About Baby Queen.
Georgia. Mate, I don't.
Is that Will Smith's kid?
No, that's other lass, isn't it?
Georgia with a J.
No, G.
Just Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
What? Let me Google this.
Where's the lineup gone? Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia. Who the fuck is just Georgia?
Music. There we go. Georgia, musicalized.
I have never
Well,
heard of
all
Georgia.
I'll say is she literally don't have a picture on, like, you type in on Google, like, you've got to type in musician. There's no, like, picture of her.
Wow. I mean, I feel I've at least had some tiny bit of... Oh, we haven't talked about a band called Songer, who are playing on the Friday, but I don't have anything to say about them.
So she's a...
Georgia. Georgia, you need to improve your SEO.
What? Synth pop, electro pop, rap. Did you know her father is Neil Barnes?
Who the fuck's Neil Barnes?
He's the co-founder and keyboardist of English electronic group.
Yeah.
Left field. God almighty, these glasses don't work.
Well, I've note to add.
Did you know, as a kid, she played for Queen's Park Rangers and Arsenal?
I didn't know that, no.
But she left football after the death of a coach.
Inhaler are next on the lineup.
Okay.
This is a good booking. I've never listened to Inhaler, but I know they're really popular. They've got a lot of stands on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
And it's Bono's son, which is a little fact you've got to throw in there. Cool. But I don't think they're popular I don't think he's
he's not riding off his dad's.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job at creating their own thing.
Cool, that's good.
I think they're a good, relevant booking.
Yeah, cool. People will be happy with that.
Yep.
LF System?
Makes sense to have them there. I do think they're a one-trick pony, and I think they'll die off. They did that massive hit from this year. What was it? It's the song where it speeds up massively. I'm
assuming it's a TikTok thing.
No, not even that. It was just a massive number one for like 7 or 8 weeks in the UK.
Fred Feel?
Yeah. What the fuck did that go like, man?
Oh, yeah.
About passion. And then it speeds up and makes you feel
okay.
So, yeah, it makes sense to have them there. I don't think we'll see it much more from them. No. But they might prove me wrong.
Hey, what a surprise, though, eh?
What?
How's your sister got this lineup?
MK.
MK
is often on these lineups. I don't know anything about MK. I don't know. Oh, it's DJ Mark Kitchen.
Michael Kors.
Kinchin. Fair enough. Yeah, like DJ, you do you.
Cool.
Note to add.
Young Lean.
Now, is he the white guy? Yes, he is. Is he a bit of a meme?
He looks a bit like a meme.
Or am I thinking of Young Gravy?
Oh, Young Gravy is a meme.
Maybe I'm thinking of Young Gravy. He looks a bit legit, this guy.
Does he?
Based on his wiki article. But I get if I have to read his wiki article, I don't have anything of value to add.
So that's what we've got.
So it's hard for me to sit here.
Can I just give you a quick reminder?
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh, God. It's hard to sit here knowing how much I love Reading and Leeds. And I've always said I'd go no matter who's there. And same story this year.
Yep.
I love Reading and Leeds. I love Festival Republic. And I have a good relationship with some of the people that work at these festivals. Yeah. So it is a bit awkward to sit here and be like, this is shit. But it just simply is shit. It
is genuinely the first time I've woken up and seen a brand new Reading and Leeds lineup and just been... And I'll still go, obviously, but it's the first time that I've genuinely looked at it and gone, if I didn't go to that, which obviously I'm going to... If I didn't go...
you're not missing anything there.
No. Which is a sad thing to say, but that's just how it is. You know?
Can't win them all, I guess.
No. And
us in particular, I guess because we've been
to so many
Leeds. My music taste probably is shaped by Leeds. Yeah. So then when they do the Leeds thing and put on the Leeds Fest bands, I'm usually buzzing and I can't be happier. Some of the lineups recently have been like I've handpicked them myself.
Yeah.
And I get that that's from
you can't win them
exposure
all,
to the festival. But this is truly the weakest major festival announcement I've ever seen.
So this is a point that I do just want to bring up near the end is, you know, we have been to quite a few festivals this year all over Europe, America, and you can look at some of these lineups, you know, in these European ones, and they're amazing. They are so good. Yet I do feel like there's a few English lineups that I can think of over the past year or coming up that just aren't on the same level, you know. And these are major festivals.
The Europeans know what they're doing,
and it's just interesting, you know, when they're in a market for some people aren't as fortunate and can maybe only go to one festival a year, certainly abroad as well. You know, what they're going to choose. You know, are they going to choose a festival that's abroad, arguably cheaper in some ways, you know, looking at some of the prices.
Rock for People is a bargain.
You know, and what's what they're going to do? Are they going to go to that with an amazing lineup, a holiday attached to it as well? Or are they going to settle for this. Some people will. That's fine. But
the thing is, 80,000 people will.
Yeah, of course. But it's just interesting because you kind of compare this to a lot of the other.
I haven't seen a good lineup this year yet from the UK.
No, and that's sad. But it's just interesting to see it like that.
This is all our opinion, everybody. Leave yours in the comments if you want to engage in a conversation. Is this a bust or is it your dream lineup? Imagine Dragons.
End of the day, we're still going to go, and arguably we're still going to have a great time.
Oh, absolutely, because it's not about the music.
And I always say to someone, if you've never been to Reading Leeds before, go, because the experience.
I'll tell you what. So I obviously always go to Leeds. God, my face is red. I'm warm here. I need a shower. This is going to be an embarrassing one when someone goes, when you've got to explain to someone, you tell someone you're off to a festival and they always say, who's on, who's playing? This is going to be an embarrassing one.
Yeah, it is.
This is going to be one where you've really got to justify, well, I'm not really going for the music, but Louis Capaldi and Imagine Dragons and Sam Fender.
Imagine Dragons, man.
We'll leave you with that. Thanks for listening to us ramble for 51 minutes.
That's
Fuck me.
Right, I need to go to work, man.
Yeah, I need to have a shower. See ya.
Bye.